Hello, and I'm Brian Foster, and today I'm giving you another message from a spirit. And this message was received on April 25th, 2020, at the Semente Cristã Spiritist Center. It is in Brazil, and the medium was Lúcio Marinho. And the message is, we have an urgent need to love one another. And a lot of this is giving us these messages so we can understand how the spirit world wants us to change our attitude and what they want us to focus on. So let me get into the message. Time advances, the time of eternity. The struggle for good against evil advances in transformative intentions. Never has man needed so much balance and common sense to guide himself in the face of life's struggles. The sun of transcendental revelations appear on the horizon, where the search for the spiritualization of being becomes a matter of life and not death. So what does he mean by that? Well, one of the things is that we are transitioning from a planet of atonement where we pay for our past wrongs in life after life. Karma is real, right? When we do something in one life, if we do something wrong to somebody, we must learn not to do that again. Jesus and God never punishes us. When we go through hard trials and tribulations, it is a learning experience. Then when he is saying with the search for spiritualization becoming a matter of life and not death, is as we evolve out of this planet and we go to a planet of regeneration on a higher vibrational and harmony level, we need to advance ourselves. We need to become more calm. We need to become more aware. We need to become more tolerant, more loving. And when he talks about matter of life, that's our spirit life and our next life into a more advanced planet. I'll carry on. Despite the sublime light of our sun that emerges every morning, man still travels in the shadows of himself. It is prudent to recognize the time of change, investing in knowledge that will free him from the bonds of unthinking and destructive acts of greater values. Even though it navigates in the shadow of ignorance, the human creature is protected under the laws of love, justice, and mercy of God, which never ceases to provide opportunities for the resumption of the lessons not learned. So when we're saying that man still travels in the shadows of himself, what I believe he is saying is that we are still imperfect beings, and hopefully we are all on a quest to become perfect spirits. But we still have primitive emotions. We have hate, envy, revenge. We have a lot of selfishness and pride, right? Things I still have. And we need to free ourselves. That's why we're on earth. We go through these trials and tribulations to remove these primitive emotions and to replace them with love and charity and fraternity. And we're still in the shadows of primitive emotions, and we need to become more full of light. I'll carry on. As long as it does not light up completely, removing any trace of obscurity from itself, the angelic being by nature will continue to carry in his soul the hardships of pain and suffering, inevitable for the circumstantial and meritorious repair within the grand law of readjustment of the cause and effect. So, in that one sentence, in that one paragraph, is telling us the law of reincarnation and karma, right? Karma, our previous life, determines our current life. And if you analyze what trials you've gone through, you can pretty well decipher kind of what you did wrong in your previous life. And with the knowledge now is that in this life, the better you are, the more you carry on with your conscience. You do what your conscience tells you to. Even though you may not get everything you wish or desire, your next life will be much better. And when he says, as it does not light up completely, it means that it's not light. You're not light complete because you're not a pure spirit. So therefore, if you're here for a reason. I'll carry on. Experiencing the now with fruitful reflections on the past, embracing the future with the certainty of doing better today, are the precious notes that we must face in ourselves to create a harmonious and fruitful field for the splendid reach of the good news of Jesus and definitive construction of the kingdom of God in us. So he's telling us we need to, try and increase our spiritual side. And I've said that many times. It pays to study spirituality. I'm not saying you have to study Spiritism. You study whatever religion, but take whatever religion you have or doctrine that you like, that you think that increases your spirituality, where you're a nicer, more loving person. That is important. I'll carry on. There is an urgent investment in loving one's neighbor as oneself, in unshakable faith that can face reason face to face in every age of humanity. Then, only in this way, man will recover in himself the title of man of the third millennium, of the world of regeneration, where good will prevail over evil, and of the earth fertile with love. The message of the new age will flourish. By the Spirit, Brother Guilherme. So what again, as I've said in other messages from spirits, they're trying to prepare us to go into that next world, that world of regeneration. This is the third millennium. Actually, I have a book called The 1,000-Year March, right, towards a just society. And that is, we've been told, like around the year 2000, we really started the trek to become a higher world, a world of regeneration from a planet of atonement, a world of regeneration. We don't have to be born and have critical, horrible, dramatic trials anymore. We'll have some trials. We'll also have to learn. We'll be given new experiences, but they won't be this emotionally wrenching trials, because we'll have gotten rid of a lot of the hate and envy and selfishness out of us. Maybe not all of it. We're not in a perfect world yet. There's other planet levels above a world of regeneration, but the earth will become a much more wonderful place. And this person, the Spirit, is telling us that we need to work on that. Because if we don't, if we take the opportunity and say, no, I'm not going to get better. I'm still going to make all the money I can by stepping over anybody I can, and I just, love my material goods. Well, God bless you. You probably won't be on Earth in the planet of regeneration. Your spirit will be sent to another planet, and you'll take as many lives as you can. We have all eternity to become better spirits, right? There is no concept of eternal hell in Spiritism, and that's what the spirits tell us. That's why, Jesus promised us the Consoler, more information. And the Consoler was Allan Kardec in the 1850s. He was not the Consoler. He was the codifier of Spiritism. Let me make that clear. In which the Consoler, the Spirit of Truth, helped organize, the spirits talking to different mediums in different geographical locations throughout Europe to answer the questions by the codifier of Spiritism, Allan Kardec. So if you'd like to learn more about Spiritism, I recommend you read the Spirits book by Allan Kardec. You can find that free on PDF. And also, if you'd like to learn more about the spirit world, what are we as spirits, what's heaven is like, how the future of Earth is being guided, I recommend you start and read my series of 3 books, Heaven and Below, then Spirits in the Spirit Universe, all about what attributes you are as a spirit, how you grow as a spirit, how you learn, how you go to different colleges in this heaven and ascend from level to level, and then how spirits are guided, how they guide each one of us, how they guide nations, and what is the future of the earth. God bless.